Hussbus, bus stop. JP Hussey here, owner of the Hussey Team Mortgage Advisors, with this week's Hussbus Bus Stop. Hope everybody is well. We're going to bring in a special guest that just walked in. And here he is.
First ever dual Hussbus Bus Stop.
Hussbus Bus Stop. All right, get out of here.
All right, okay.
Anyway, on a serious note, this is what we're talking about today. All right? So some data came out that housing payments, all right, home buyer housing payments, has increased 14% year over year with a median housing price. All right? So what this means and why this is happening is a couple things. Rates are a little bit higher than 2021 and 2020, of course. Going to be tough to see those rates again. And number two, home prices have increased, right? So if you think rates and home prices, they're going up, of course things are going to be higher, okay? That got blurry for a minute. So that's the deal, all right? Things have gotten, affordability is tough right now in terms of housing, all right? But, like we've talked about, yes, rates matter, right? But more importantly, like we've always talked about, is about your own budget, okay? And your own spending habits. And I feel like that's the bigger thing that we should be talking about, all right? Now remember, we're in the mortgage world. We have to pull credit a lot. Soft pulls, hard pulls, whatever it is. And I've seen a lot more debt over the years. You got to remember, 2020, 2021, most people were flush with money, with savings, okay? Because of everything going on, all right? Now, people still have the same spending habits, all right? Not making as much money. Inflation is up, all right? So we're seeing a lot more debt, all right? So whether you're buying a house or not, or whether you own a house, really go through your spending habits. Print out a bank statement. See what you can cut out. Go on a monthly basis and cut out little things and see where you can get more cash flow. That's a big, big thing, all right? So that's one thing I want to talk about. We have, I want to say, a spending problem, all right? You hear it on the news all the time. Do it for your own little economy, your own family. Look at your spending and get ahead. I know people that make $50,000 a year that live great and they're fine because they got their budget online, all right? I know people that make $300,000 per year, right? And they have like no money. So it really comes down to you and your spending habits, all right? A lot of variables. You got kids, this, that. Hey, let's stop making excuses and let's really tie in a little bit better. I think that's only going to help you. You know that's the answer, all right? So figure it out, all right? As best you can, always here to help. Other thing is, too, I'm seeing a lot more debt, okay? But also, the silver lining here is a lot of people have a lot more equity if you own a home, all right? You might even have that 2.5 rate. You've owned a home, all right? But your debt load's a lot higher, like I was just saying. There's so many options out there to consolidate that debt, all right? Without even losing that low rate on the first, even though sometimes it could be good to lose that rate. If you look at credit cards at 19%, auto loans, and consolidate, that could be a good idea. Everybody's different. Everyone's got a specific way of doing things, all right? So become open-minded. Don't have the fear or the embarrassment to go to someone like myself, because we see it every day. We don't judge. And help you come up with a plan, all right? You have cash out refinances, which would mean losing that low rate but consolidating everything into one loan. You have home equity lines of credit, which could be great, but you have to know how to use them. A lot of times they're interest only. It's not a great long-term play, all right, sometimes, depending on how you use it. And then you have actually HE loans, right? It's a second position home equity loan. So the silver lining is we have a lot of equity. You may have a lot of debt. It's time to restart, reset, refresh, and get yourself back into a better spot. And I hate using the word kick the can down the road. It's kind of what it is. But then equity keeps increasing. Let's hope it always does. And there's always a way. This is why it's good to own a home, to give you options to maybe get out of debt and use that equity. So I want to urge people, if you are in debt, don't leave it there. Maybe don't just think I have to sell my house or I have to file bankruptcy. There's usually options. You just got to get into the weeds a little bit. It takes a little bit of work. Hope you're well. If you need us, hit us up. Hussbus, bus stop.